Friday.
Morning.
And welcome to our new video mix family. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey,
Hey,
welcome,
Welcome.
family.
video mix,
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
video mix. Mm.
Yes.
Hey.
Grab your glass, family.
Yes,
Yes.
our happy hour is the My 2 cent proof. How's everybody week going? Or was it? How
Going well, going well. It was busy. Had a lot
Right. Busy is good.
going
Busy is
on.
good.
busy as always?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad it's Friday, though.
Yes.
What Mo said.
Thankful.
I
Thank
forgot what day it was. My bad.
Yes,
Oh, when you retired and all, every day is
Right.
Friday.
Right. Like you don't have to rub
Nice.
it in, Dana.
Yeah,
Nice.
don't rub it in, Dana.
that pretty much.
Well, actually, it's Saturday. Every day is Saturday.
Oh, boy.
So just don't call us at 7 a.m.
Exactly.
Again, please.
Wait.
Exactly.
Please.
Well, who's the last group caller?
Ebony. But at least it was 7 p.m. and not
Exactly.
7 a.m.
That's
Tomato.
And why
Oh
were
no,
you even
Dana.
up at
Oh
7
no.
a.m. and you didn't have to go to work? I don't understand.
Right. Right.
Tell him, man, you was up fixing your coffee.
I'm no.
Ebony, I'm so surprised that you said that it was. You're happy that it was a Friday and that it was a long day. Because I thought about you. I mean, we had this production meeting last night, and it was like all this breaking news about the new TikTok challenge because
Yes.
last month was September, and people were tearing out all of these different
Yes.
things
Thank you,
in
Belinda.
schools, just vandalizing it.
Right.
And now it's slap a teacher.
Yes.
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, you're kidding me because guess what, family? Keep your money for your girl on the
We got
side.
you. We got you.
Because let me tell you something. If
That
one
might-
of these children try it, your girl, E-Dub, you see the name at the bottom, I'll be in jail. And y'all will have to come get me. Okay?
E-Dub, we
Y'all
got
have to come
you.
get me. Don't let me sit there, fam. Don't let
We
me
got
sit
you,
there.
E-Dub. Don't do
Thank
it on a Friday, though, because
Y'all
you're going to
have
have
to
to
come
wait
get
till
me.
Monday.
That's probably
Right.
gonna be followed by the choke out a student challenge.
Yeah, right. Y'all will have
Wow.
exactly.
Are you
Exactly.
kidding me?
Y'all will have to come get a sister. But
So did they have
yeah.
any videos of kids really doing this?
Well, it started today.
Right. That's
Man,
the
listen.
October challenge, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But
Ooh,
you know,
To
just
all
crazy.
the white teachers, to all the white teachers out there, y'all let that happen because with black teachers they could never.
Right.
I don't have an educator friend that would let that slide.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
think about it. We grew up at a time you wouldn't even think that, right?
Right.
That would never even cross our minds. So, but
Right.
it lets you also
Exactly.
know that kids nowadays are not scared of their teachers.
Yeah.
Listen,
Well, Roy,
No,
we
that
live in
lets you
times where
know
people
that
don't think.
kids
That's
nowadays
the
are
problem.
not scared of their parents.
That too.
I guess.
Okay? They are
all
not
of the
scared of their
above.
parents.
Right.
Because the teacher will
let's
whoop
be
us
Respect is
and
clear.
then all the way
Let's be
home,
clear.
every
It
neighbor
starts
will whoop
at
us.
home. It starts at home. So, we didn't have an issue with that because our parents instilled in us respect, not only for teachers, but for adults, period. Okay. So that's why we would have never,
Right?
Yes.
First of all, I went to middle school where Willie Garrett was teaching, and so had someone looked at him like they wanted to think about
Oh, we.
it would have been the end credits to Cooley High. Would have all.
Listen.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
It's so hard.
Right. Willie Garrett is still slapping today.
I don't know. I might need to tell him what the kids' challenge is because the last time he subbed, he said one student walked over and said, can I go to the restroom? And he said, sure. Where are the passes? I need to go ahead and sign your pass. The little boy did him like this, gonna shake his head. My boy, time really passes fast. I scanned the QR code on my cell phone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hurt his little feelings.
No,
Are
but
you
look,
serious?
while we playing though, guess what he did? He said he walked in, he looked into all the kids, and he said, "Let me find out who the toughest of them all." He picked out the toughest kid and was like, "Listen, you come here." And he said he had no problems for the rest of the day.
That's
Well,
it.
that's normally how it works.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Run up on a house man. Run up on a
Hey,
house man.
hey,
Right.
let me,
What you
let me
do?
Find
holler
out
at
they got
you.
QR codes in school now. That's
Oh yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Too mucho. Too
That
We're
is
mucho.
all
crazy.
in with the technology. All in.
I want to shout out to a real one. Wednesday,
Oh.
October. No, Dana, not
It's not you, Babu.
I almost got teary eyed.
Hilarious.
not this time. Not this time.
Okay.
So on October the 6th, we will pause to celebrate Larcenia L. Bullard Plaza will be opening up.
Yes.
So
You see
beautiful.
it? You
Mother
see it?
has an
You see
entire
it?
building dedicated to her. So, Senator, please tell us, what does that feel like for you and your family?
Listen, it's a long time coming. We were there for the groundbreaking almost 2 years ago. Watched the whole process. You know, every time we drove down Lincoln Boulevard, watching every brick go up. So it is just awe-inspiring to see something that's dedicated to, you know, a woman that was so important to me personally, of course, but to the community as a whole, and so deserving. So just happy to be a part of the production. And thank you, Jessica, for being, you know, uh, important component in making this thing come to fruition as well. You know, I don't want to by any means discount the work that you put in to make all this possible as well.
No, no, no. The Hip Rockstar team, all we do is handle it. You can just ask, it hasn't been handled, and then we say, yes, we can handle it. That's our gift. That is
I mean,
our
100%.
I
No
mean,
doubt.
clearly this is a
naming
long
lights. That
overdue.
look good. Naming
Yeah.
lights.
That's
Clearly,
it.
clearly this is a long overdue recognition to a prominent figure in the community
Yes.
and a prominent political figure from the
Yes,
Richmond Heights
Linda.
area and how she
Richmond
fought
Heights.
how she fought for the community and fought for the Richmond Heights community on a consistent basis in whatever she was doing. It's clearly long overdue, and it's clearly very, very much welcome and justified rather. So
Yes.
it's going to be a joyous occasion as well on October 6th.
Yes. Beautiful soul inside and out.
That's it.
Happy to have call her my Sarah when she was here, and just share so many wonderful memories with her inside and out of the sorority. It's just an honor to be able to witness this and see this in the community.
Dwight, my son actually we have a picture of him. I believe he received some type of scholarship that your mother was affiliated with when he graduated from high school his senior year, and he has a picture with her that you know what, if I knew that I should have brought it. I should have.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna show it to you when we get off the air, but I'm gonna show it to you. He has a picture with her, and she signed it. So she's forever etched in our hearts for sure.
Will it be
100%.
live streamed?
She was always a teacher. You know, she taught first grade in Dade County Public Schools, so she was always serious about the kids, man. So
For the record, Dwight, I know your mother was a sweet woman, but I would not have wanted to be in her class because I know she about that life.
oh no, she was definitely
Ain't no slapping, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Hey, I don't know.
Belinda, I see it. I see it,
know if she
Belinda.
Hey, Dwight, I don't
Hey,
know if
it is what it is, baby.
as Miss Walker, who I talked about, I think last week. I don't know if she'd have been as tough as Miss Walker, but she looked like she would have been tough. So I don't want no parts of the I don't want no parts of Miss Larcenia.
She always led with love, but at the same time, all her kids knew not to cross a certain boundary. Right? It was just it's like let's establish this from day one,
You're right.
and for the rest of the 179, let's do what we got to do.
Let's make it happen.
So basically, Dwight, you're saying that when you did get a beating, you already knew you were supposed to get one.
Oh, listen. She was the disciplinarian in our family. Like you know, and she was definitely about that life. Me and my brother, my sister joke about who got it worse. Of course, my brother, as the first child, says he got it the worst. But we know for a fact Edwina was definitely not getting what we got. He was definitely.
Hey, because the girls, we just knew what to do and what not to do.
Firstborns always catch it.
No,
firstborns always
we knew
catch
what to do and what not to do. Okay.
No, firstborns always
Now
catch it.
he just wanted to challenge everything. Hey, that's your fight, bro.
Listen,
had
Michael Buffer been at the ringside of some of the conversations and arguments her and my mom had, it would have been like, let's get ready to rumble. But she just didn't have the same tenacity that she had.
Right. She was older. She was older, and they were tired. So, because they used up all the energy on the firstborn.
Exactly.
They ran across.
She probably heard her rotator cuff mess around with me.
My mama today, my sister not on, so I can say it. I told her, I said, y'all raised us completely different.
Totally different.
You weren't taking nothing. I mean,
nothing.
Shoes being thrown across the room. I mean, it was what?
Listen, firstborn and Jessica got all the smoke.
Hey, Jessica, I'll never forget one time. It was one Christmas.
Are you talking about me now? Not forgetting.
Who, me?
Does your story have anything to do with me?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, we want to hear that. We want to hear that story.
No, it doesn't.
We want to hear that story about you sneaking out to the concert. We want to hear that.
But this particular
Miles.
Christmas,
Miles was no chill middle child. Sorry.
This particular Christmas, we were taking down the Christmas tree, and so my dad came in. He had borrowed my granddaddy's truck, and he said to Miles, Miles, hey, look, help me load the tree up into the truck. And Miles is like, Dad, I'm laying on the couch. I'm just tired. I've been doing such. And I was like, ooh, let me move back. Hold on. Let me move back. And my dad walked over to him and said, son, I only got your granddaddy truck for such an amount of time. I got to take it back to him. So help me put the tree on there so I can take it back to him.
Oh, wow. He talked.
Man, hey, I got up and walked out. I said, you are not George Battles. You are not George Battles.
By the time we got to Miles, it was Dr. George Battles. See, George Battles.
Wait a minute. Make no mistake about it. Look, I used to be in the room crying for them to stop, for him to stop with Miles because, listen,
Miles
is bad. We know that.
For all three of us. Okay,
Miles took him there.
Miles challenged any and everything.
But that's that first child thing.
It sounds like y'all describing the same man today. With his entanglements.
Yes.
You need to come on the show.
So it's just so the firstborn. I mean, we are the experimental child. So they try everything with us. You know what? Yeah. Next time, we're not going to hit as hard to where he's like concussed.
We don't want any questions.
I mean, Latif, cut it out. No concussed.
Hey.
We don't need to leave no marks.
Right, exactly. Right. We're gonna hit him in the gut instead of across the legs.
That's why my dog. That's why my dog bought anything and everything he wanted because he couldn't get nothing out of Chess King when he was younger.
Chess King,
out of the JW.
Listen, Chess King was the joint, wasn't it?
And what the other story?
There'll never be another.
Yep.
Now I was here for merry-go-round.
Since you have the floor. A GQ article came out this week with Will Smith, and he was discussing the fact that he and Jada, when they got married, she just basically said that she just was more into having a non-traditional marriage.
Right.
And that was what she saw growing up with her I think it was her uncle.
From the beginning?
Yeah. And that she wanted an open marriage.
Right.
Yeah. I have a couple questions for you about this because I know this is your topic.
tell us about open marriages, man.
Tell us about these entanglements, Miles.
Yeah. So I just wanted to kind of understand. They've been married like for, as my grandma would say, over 2 years. Do you think that he was more pressured to reveal this to kind of make up for his manhood from the whole
August Alsina
incident with Jada and August Alsina? Do you think that had anything to do with him being so forthright and then confessing that he really wanted to have a relationship or an entanglement with Halle Berry and all these other things that he was saying? Like,
I believe that that's an element to it, a small element, but I don't think that's everything, because I think they've been living that so long that he was sincere and just kind of just being very transparent about the dynamics of him and Jada's relationship. The question that I have really for them and for anybody that tends to want to embark upon a relationship that's open or a marriage that's open, I just don't know how that works when we talk about in the realms of spirituality. When, you know, if I'm supposed to be committed, monogamally committed to my wife, right? And I'm sexually active with this young lady, and I'm sexually active with that young lady, and I'm sexually active with that young lady. I'm creating these soul ties. Now, for those over here, for those in this group that are married, marriage is tough enough when you're dealing with one person.
Oh,
now you've brought all these different soul ties into your household, into the marriage, and I'm just wondering what is the effect?
Boy, you preaching.
What is the how do you maintain a semblance of
Preaching, Miles,
of tranquility and spiritual connectivity in your marriage when you're doing that? Because to me, that defeats the purpose of marriage altogether. Like, I mean, because listen, I can't speak for the next man, but
Belinda,
I can't.
you need to be on the show.
I can't have.
Right.
Listen, I can't have the next man bouncing up and down on top of my wife. That's just
I was
not
gonna
gonna
say
work.
something about
but
that.
wait, from the beginning, that's the problem that I have. So from the very beginning, you wanted this. Nothing happened in the middle. You didn't get bored. You didn't get tired. From day one, you knew you wanted an open marriage. Why even get married?
And then Mo, on top of that, now mind you, Mo, you know that the stereotype is as such where you know the man had to come up with that. Or you know
exactly.
For the woman to suggest that, for the woman to put that on from the onset of marriage and say, listen, this is what we should do. I mean, but at the same time, they've been married now for gotta be over 20 years. So they must be doing something right. Go ahead, Dwight. I'm listening.
No. I just wanted to be noted. Coincidentally, it seems like all the titles of Will Smith movies were like a quiet cry for help.
Help me, Dwight. Give them to me.
Think about it. Like
Enemy of the State.
Independence Day. You know what I'm saying? Like Wild Wild West. You know what I'm saying? Like he was sending a message to everybody like, it's struggle over here. I'm struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need my 6 degrees of separation. You know what I'm saying?
Now that one right
in
there.
the pursuit of happiness. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's really a cry for help. I appreciate you for enlightening me on that, because I was like,
I think the whole thing is a two-part deal for me. Number one, I think from her standpoint, I think she wanted to make it open in the event to try and protect her own self, so that her own emotions. So let me put this out on the table now, so that if it does happen, I already put it out on the table, and I'm not gonna look like a fool, and it's not gonna hurt me. But my thing is, when you went into the matrimony, you did a matrimony before God, and so it was supposed to be man, woman, and God. And so
we don't know what they did, though. We don't know what they did, because they've been into some different things, so we don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying it could have been, but I'm just saying if it was that way.
Them people raised different.
Right.
That's the thing.
But they say Jada was something else from the beginning. I mean, she was.
It's that
I mean, her and
Baltimore. It's that
Tupac.
Baltimore opinion. You know,
There's
that's-
something between her and Tupac that nobody can really even explain.
So what you saying? It's something about them Baltimore folks. Baltimore.
Well, from
That
Maryland, the
wire.
people from
That wire.
Maryland, the people from Maryland.
You're saying it
mother-
wrong. You're
they
saying it
mother
wrong.
and they
Maryland.
Oh, Maryland.
Look, I had just watched the video about Will Smith, and he was talking about his relationship with her. Every year they study some type of different religion.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
open it up and they
wow.
study it and they go back and forth and have dialogue about it. So who knows what they study? But I also do believe Will Smith.
That's confusion.
Well, they
Will
clearly
Smith, did you
studied,
notice that he's
I agree,
transitioning?
Mosita.
I haven't
Church of
seen Will
Latter-day
Smith
Saints.
is not necessarily doing anything about movies. He's exploring who he is.
Yes.
So if you see him now, he's talking about the earth and the stars and this and that. And I think he's
Hey, when you got that kind of money, you can do that.
but I think he's also getting paid for it
Yeah.
too, right? So he's revealing who he is, and I think he's trying to put his whole self in and give a different perspective about who he is. I think I listened to him talk about how much when he jumped out of the plane, how much it was courage to be who he really is, and so I think
It wasn't courage when that man had that heart attack. When did you see that part?
Mm-mm.
So he wanted the entire family to jump out of the plane with him.
Let me just show this.
Okay.
For those of you who are watching our new family, in a few weeks, there'll be a lady that'll come on. Her name is Brent. And what Brandy is known for is anything about women.
She's defending them.
Pro women. And so she's commenting right now. And she said that basically Will is the one who wanted to get married, meaning that Jada is just living her life. Will pressured her to getting married. And so she said, well, if we're going to get married, then this is how we're going to get married. Let's be mindful of Brandy.
Brandy.
Brandy might
really pressure though.
She might be burning her bra at home right now.
Y'all gotta watch Brandy. Y'all gotta watch Brandy because Brandy.
And I think that, and I'm fine with up to a certain extent. I can understand that with Will, because if you look at Will's previous marriage, to his first child's mother, there's a story that says that like she told him that she wanted a divorce, and he told her no. He told her that he wasn't giving her a divorce. He said he didn't believe in divorce.
Oh, so Will got control issues.
And then they had a serious discussion. They had a serious discussion, and she was like, so you mean to tell me you're just gonna hold me hostage in this marriage, and we just gonna be unhappy the rest of our lives? And that's when he had somewhat of an epiphany and was like, you know what? You're right. You owed happiness. I'm owed happiness. When I think of
Didn't they all live together at one time?
I don't know about that, Mo.
No.
Yeah, I think they all lived in the same house at one time.
No,
the house was big, and they lived
what
on one side.
it was the co-parenting thing, and that's how that show came about with
the Red Table Talk. Red Table Talk.
No.
It was actually a sitcom.
Yeah,
it was a sitcom based upon
what's her name?
Lisa Ray.
It was Lisa Ray and Dwayne Martin. Yeah. It was off of that, but what that was, it just showed their co-parenting skills in which they did. The reason why Will did not want to get a divorce is because he didn't want to fail at anything that he put his hand into, and that was one of the biggest reasons why he did not want a divorce. So if you look at his career path, at 17, this dude had the #1 rap record in the country while he was in high school. So he accomplished that. Then he went on to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, if you watch Will, he memorizes everybody's lines.
Yes, his lips are moving.
His lips are moving because he memorizes everybody's line because he wanted to be the best at it. And that's how it was in his matrimony. He wanted to be the best.
Well,
but here's the thing, though.
Listen, folks, there's no need to argue. Parents just don't understand.
Oh God!
Hey, but you know there was a Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
Oh no, Jessica, what were you saying?
Said knock you.
I'm gonna go ahead and switch the topic.
No, this one we got to ride out on, Miss Marcus. We got to ride out on the rest of the
Will Smith.
Not the whole show,
really
Miles.
No, we don't.
Oh my, we gotta go. We gotta move
Because
on.
like no, we got some real discussions on this, man. Because like this opens a very, very potential combustible can of worms, man. Because
All right, potential combustible can of worms.
Can of
Oh, wait,
worms.
we need to explain
Hold on.
We got to explain to the new
That's good. I know
family.
you got plies
That's made
somewhere.
up from
Hold on, y'all. We have to
That's
explain
got, I know
to
you
the
got
new
plies
family.
somewhere.
Okay.
We
got
have to
plies.
explain to the new family how we toast.
Family. Typically, Miles is a dictionary. And he will throw words. And for some of you older people, they might have come out of the mouth of one of the Wayans brothers on Living Single. I'm joking. They are really actually words. And every time he throws one of these words on us, we toast.
We toast.
You know, monogamally.
Yeah, that look.
Right. If we go,
That was a
through
slip up.
the fallopian vaginal
Shall I
canal.
say?
I'm just, but for real though, I'm very much intrigued by that whole dynamic.
I
really
know you
But
are.
look,
We
but
talk
look,
about it at least once a show. I know you're intrigued.
This is the thing. If we gonna do it with him, we gotta incorporate T.I. and Tiny because they got some.
Oh boy,
That's
that's different though. But wait a minute,
Those are
T.I. and
gunshots.
Tiny.
I'm scared.
Well, let me be quiet because I live here. I don't want to run up on you.
That's exactly what I just said, Mo.
I mean,
said
I don't want to
those
bring
gunshots.
up. I don't want to bring up the this light skin dark skin thing, but it seemed like light skin couples got.
Well, you know, R. Kelly just got locked up.
Oh, okay.
Transition. There you go.
Yeah,
Segue.
let's go and transition into that.
So yes, last week we talked about the documents and the reference of MLK and our superstar Ara Kelly, and he has been convicted in sex trafficking.
I'm not going. Listen, I'm not going. Never in the history of everdom. I just made one up.
All right.
In the history
Okay.
of everdom.
Good. That was good.
When I ever try to rationalize or justify or even minimize what R. Kelly,
You know, you can't follow that with a butt right now.
Yeah, I have allegedly done. What I will say is this: hurt people, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: Robert
Yeah.
Kraft.
If you know
Robert Kraft.
Yeah, if you know
Yes.
Robert Kelly's upbringing, if you know his upbringing and what he's been through and the emotional trauma
His cellmate,
that he
Belinda.
endured as himself, it's not far-fetched to understand and believe.
You're absolutely correct, but
You know what I'm saying?
Look, if you grown, you make your choices.
Yeah.
right. And that's what I was gonna say. The foundation, of it is you know right from wrong.
That's
and
it.
You know this is not right. And you know you shouldn't be doing this.
Right.
And this is right from wrong.
And the reason you get off so long, and in America, the more money you got, the longer you stay innocent. When your money start running out, so we incorporate all the what's the name, the Kraft, the Epstein's, all them. As long as they can pay them lawyers, guess what? They ain't going to jail. But now when the money start running out,
You better say it.
almost average.
Listen,
Oh yeah,
that's somebody.
You are absolutely
R. Kelly started this stuff early. I mean, I remember when he was homeless, he started staying with Craig Hodges, who played for the Bulls at the time.
Yes, but
he slept with that man's wife. Like he was doing stuff back then that was notorious.
Who is this?
What about Aaliyah?
Yeah.
But let me ask you this question.
Belinda. I agree.
Let me ask this question because this is the part that's confusing to me.
Okay.
This same stuff that he got convicted of, and now he's gonna serve a life sentence. Sounds like he go to court and stuff for this same stuff. Why did they let him off the first time?
Money,
I don't understand.
Money.
Remember, hold on.
He could afford better lawyers.
When the first trial happened with Sparkle's niece, I believe that was
right.
Remember, they were paid off, and then that girl absconded into anonymity for
what?
That's a double shot.
A section of this.
Walk out. It's like she fell off the face of the earth, and then like there was a motion of continuance after motion of continuance after motion of continuance, and then the charges were eventually dropped, Mo, because you can't try a case without a witness.
I was like, wait a minute, why all of a sudden?
Yeah.
But of course he messed up because he kept going.
Right.
Yes.
He kept going and he kept doing it.
He didn't say, you know what? I got away with it once. Let me sit my ass down somewhere.
Right.
He didn't say
but he kept going and he kept messing with people. But I just didn't understand the
Yes,
Belinda.
Nobody.
But there was one Hispanic chick in there that he got down in Miami.
Same
there was
thing,
one.
But see, my thing is,
we'll talk about that later. It's not.
I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Brown. I was just saying brown people.
I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Everybody remember when Brandon Roethlisberger got in trouble?
Oh gosh! Don't do it! Don't do it, James.
He got off twice.
Exactly.
But everything disappeared. You know why?
Exactly.
Because of money.
He got the money. Like you say, he got the complexion for protection.
You made that up, Babu.
It disappeared or whatever, and that's why to this day nobody couldn't pay me no amount of money to be no darn Steelers fan. Even though they have a black head coach.
I'm a Browns fan, so I
can't do it. I can't even do it. I can't do it.
So
But R. Kelly, the victims, I really do feel,
and that happened around the same time as Michael Vick, and this man was fighting dogs.
Yeah.
Well, Robert
and we all know what happened to him. He was fighting dogs.
Is a sex trafficker.
While this white man over here is doing crazy stuff to women, but he gets a slap on the wrist.
But see, I think all of those people that are around R. Kelly should have gone to jail too.
That too.
Now they done went ahead and turned state's evidence and gave them up. And now they don't have to do any time. They don't have to serve any time.
You're absolutely correct. Every last one of them.
Right, Mo. You're right.
Every last one of them.
It's not only just people who look like us. It's even people who fight for the things that Black and brown people should have for equality. Take, for example, the gentleman who told the news director in the Gabby Petito case that there is, quote unquote, a missing white woman syndrome.
Right. Which is a clinical diagnosis.
Yeah, right. It really is a hashtag. Is it really? Wait a minute.
It's a clinical thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actual paper, like studies around the application of missing white woman syndrome. And so Joanne Reed mentioned this, and she actually quoted the author. She's like, it's not on, I'm not making this stuff up. It's there's documented cases in which this has happened perpetually over and over and over again.
Yes.
And so this guy has
on how the news media covers white women when they are missing versus anyone who is Black and brown. And that newscaster out in Oakland, he actually adopted a Black lady. So he's a father of a Black young lady and had a problem with how the news media was covering it. And Ebony, you actually brought it to our attention with the young lady in Orlando.
Yes, that's what I was gonna just ask if I could just show her face on our broadcast because we need to bring this young lady home, and it's actually very personal for me because the person whose page I'm sharing this from is actually a high school classmate of mine, so it's her niece. And, that she's missing from the Orlando area. And we need to bring it home. So you can go, we need to bring her home. Right. So you can go on my page and you can post on your stories, your Facebook, all your social media outlets, because we need to bring her home.
I was happy about how the timing worked out so that her story could be amplified.
And it was, and it has been. I don't know if it's been on a national level, but they've been pumping that down here in Dade County.
Yes.
They have been, but there's still a racial disparity nationwide when it comes to the missing, when it comes to the exploited missing persons of African Americans versus the white community, and it's always easy for them to say, "Oh, this person's missing. We need to find her." The young lady from Utah, and then the way they handle the case, they blow it up, they get everything going, and they find out what's going on, and then then they find out. But they put all hands on deck for it.
Right.
All hands on deck. The black girl out of Philly. I don't know if y'all remember this, but at the same time, I forget which there's a white female missing, and then there's a black female out of Philly missing, and everything was being directed towards this white chick. Everything. They were putting everything towards her. And the dude, the black girl's father got on national TV, and he even said it back then. And this was like in the 90s. He was like, "Y'all paying all this attention to that. I want the same attention for my daughter."
Yeah.
No, we still hearing about John Benet Ramsey, and we ain't heard nothing else about Jada Page.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's sad that until it affects that community, just like the drug problem.
Yeah.
We were just a bunch of lowlifes on drugs, but now it's an epidemic and needs to be stopped.
Right.
Now that it done crossed over.
Right.
How is it that they let her fiance go? That's the part of the story that
you mean the part when they were talking with the police?
No, we're talking about when he went out.
Talking about when he came back home without this girl.
Right, without her.
And then he come back and she's not with him, and they be like, "Where is she?" He'd be like, "Oh."
Everybody on this telecast knows my wife. If me and Tasha went cross country and I came back and Tasha was nowhere to be found, y'all gonna be looking at me like,
Miles, that's no different. That's no different than people storming. That's no different than people storming DC and walking away. That's what it is. The people in DC storm the politicians and able to walk away.
That's it. I mean, we got to think about this, right? From a historical context. Like Ida B. Wells investigated 5,000 lynchings. Black people who were killed, predominantly black people who were killed, who never got any justice for that. And that goes back to the 1800s. So
yes, it does.
For us to act surprised when all of a sudden black girls go missing literally daily.
Every day.
Daily.
Remember the case in Cleveland where all of those black women, they were found in that man's backyard?
Oh, yeah.
Listen to me, y'all. People walked past this house every day and smelled the smell. They tried to put it off there was a meat company on the corner, and they tried to put it off on the meat company where said it was hot outside and the meat was going bad. So that's what they thought the smell was. A woman jumped out of his window naked and landed on the ground. He grabbed her, brought her back in the house. The neighbors saw it, called the police. They did no investigation. And then they dig up the man's backyard and find all of these women. Most of them were on drugs. Some of them were prostitutes. People had written them off like their lives didn't mean anything. But
again, this goes to the notion of Black Lives Matter and why people say it, right? Like, it goes deeper than police killings. It is the fact that black bodies have always been less valuable in this society and therefore considered insignificant. So it's up to us to raise our voices on that. I mean, at the end of the day, like, this idea that white people are all of a sudden going to become sympathetic to the idea of an injustice to black people is a waste of your time and energy. We got social media, we got the memes, so let's talk about it.
Yeah,
because they're not going to do it. Empathy from people that show you that they don't care and will really inflict pain upon you is crazy.
Well, I believe that it is time to lighten the conversation.
Okay,
we're gonna lighten it up a little bit. I think we're gonna go ahead and watch this video real quick. Now, this one had me in session.
This is.
That is not what I said.
I was like, we about to get light.
Look,
I don't know if that's
Basil was caught up in that last story.
Look, hey,
that was like, let's talk about Black Lives Matter,
like,
Basil.
that was like an anchor. I don't know what.
Oh God, no.
Basil said, I don't know what she want to talk about. We're going to talk about
but this is what we gonna talk about.
Did you know slave houses still exist? Yes, we yes.
No.
Basil, like.
Would you stop to film a raccoon knowing they ain't the ones to be played with? Look at him. He look like he heard I got the rabies. She ain't ran in years. Run, Reba! Run, Reba! Caleb, oh no. You don't need a gun or something for him.
Blackout.
Sorry.
I guess that's
I'm sorry.
That's our cue to go back to these entanglements. So I'm going to stop.
Listen.
The reason that's so funny to me
with wild animals out in nature.
The reason that's so funny to me is because of the video with the brother who trapped the alligator in the garbage. Did y'all see this one?
Right.
You going back? You going back? I'm going back too. Baby, watch out! Watch out! Get to there, Inaya. Right there. Hey, let me know when the head going inside. Let me know. Somebody let me know when the head going inside of the thing. I got you. Yeah.
He better do it.
Wow.
It was the do-rag and slides for me though.
Wow.
He better do it. Did you hear me? He better do it.
Hey, have y'all seen Waterboy? Have y'all seen Waterboy? Look like dinner to me.
Yes.
That's so nasty.
You talk to people from Louisiana. That's how they talk.
Alligators walking down the street.
Alligator tail is tasty, man.
That's how they talk to people from
Wait
Louisiana.
a minute. Y'all telling me in
Philly over
Florida, y'all
everything.
just got alligators walking down the street with y'all?
Yeah,
Well, that was in the yard.
But it's mostly on the west coast of Florida, though.
That alligator
It's on the west coast of Florida.
Actually, I don't
Alligators from
care
the
what
east and the west
coast
coast. Teeth.
How you just walking down the street?
Listen.
All I got
Hey, real talk.
if I'm in front of
This they land. What you mean how they walking on the street? They was here before we was. What kind of question is that?
You don't need to clap for me. Help me.
Right.
Help me.
Help you what?
Help me get
No.
No.
Them people were doing this.
No. Look.
Listen.
That's
What
what
I'm
they
gonna
were
do
doing.
What I'm
is call
telling
the
you
trappers.
is,
The fact
And
that
then
he
I'm
put the
ever
slides
in
meant that
Florida.
that brother was watching TV and someone was like, yo, there's an alligator outside. He's like, say less. I got you.
I want to find that guy and make sure I sell some life insurance to him.
Listen.
The other day, I was on my way.
As long as he stay undefeated,
The other day,
he
I was
good.
on my way to Orange Theory. I took the turnpike, got off on 120th. You make a left on 120th, and you know that there's that lake right there to the left, and there's the fire station. There was a 7-foot alligator crossing the street. And everybody in the street was like beeping their horn, and it scurried off and went into that pond right there. It happens, dog.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, I'm
You see
good.
them randomly.
I'm good. I'm gonna stay in the A. I'm gonna stay in the A. They shoot,
in Miami,
but I'm good.
So in Miami, I remember talking to somebody. I remember talking to this older gentleman one time about just the growth of Miami, and he was like, "So the Everglades really starts at Lejeune Road, Lejeune Road, and goes west. So everything to the west of 42nd Avenue, that was the Everglades."
That's crazy.
Which is the reason why we see all this stuff.
I'm good. I mean, Bambi, I see Bambi in my backyard every now and again. It's a couple rabbits. Bambi. I mean, I can do that, but I'm not coming outside and no alligator in my yard.
It's a black bear in your backyard every now and then.
I said there's a Bambi, like a deer. I'll see a deer and some bunnies.
Yeah.
Like your little bunnies hopping. But no, not an alligator.
I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with the prison way out west, South Florida Reception Center.
Hope not.
So when we used to have to do perimeter checks after it rained a lot, you had to be aware because you had a ditch right next to the perimeter fence and then the road. So sometimes they would come out the water and just chill in the ditch. So you doing your perimeter check and you like, oh, wait a minute.
Man, there's nothing to say.
Damn, Belinda, for real?
Belinda, that sounds like two different environments. How
wow,
exactly.
What's going on in Florida?
Alligators are water creatures.
Oh, we have snakes and crabs.
Look, Benita said black bears are in Virginia.
Yeah.
I believe that every area has something.
Yeah.
Woo.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know. Can we lighten it up some more? Can we get any lighter than this?
We're going back to
but you know what was funny? There was a couple of TikTok videos that had me just dying laughing. But it was one where this guy gets in the car and he gets in and he says something to the dude about another.
Let me just let you know, whenever Captain starts talking, it's gonna be a long.
Always.
I'm mad that you did like this.
It's always like a pre-flight briefing. Y'all just get ready.
Always. Right. Always.
Listen, TV
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say that now. Go ahead and put on plies. Go ahead and put on plies.
Oh, yes. This little boy said, no, I don't care if we taking our school pictures. My mama told me not to take my mask off.
I know that's right.
He's so cute. Look at him.
Always listen.
Look at him.
I know that's right.
His little cute self.
Yeah.
And them pictures gonna be in the drawer until he's in the 12th grade.
That's right.
I found some 5th grade pictures of Justice the other day. I'm like, oh, I'm sending these out for Christmas. I know she almost 20.
He's not talking today. He's just taking up a square. He just said, I'm just here to just
Kanye Pop.
But getting back to my TikTok story.
Oh yeah, Poppy chilling.
Go ahead.
Tell us.
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Tell us.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Okay, well, since you're not gonna tell us. Nick.
Yes, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off.
That's all right now.
And T, Winston-Salem. He had some kids on the show.
FAMU got in the mix too.
I am praying that somebody come through and pay for Clark Atlanta kids. Jesus, I'm praying. Oh, when I tell you that is on my prayer list every night. Listen, somebody pay this tuition at Clark Atlanta.
Send a text to your Papi Chulo right now and tell him no.
Mo.
Be the benefactor and philanthropist that he needs to be.
Mommy, I got you. I got you, mommy. I got you, mommy.
It's okay.
Mommy, don't worry. I got you. I got you, mommy.
Look, did y'all see his show? How's his show?
I haven't seen it.
Y'all didn't watch it?
Whose show?
Nick
Cannon. He has a new show out.
He got a show.
He got a show or a podcast.
It's not gonna be on long. He had a big drape on like he was a pimp and everything else.
Oh no, that's not gonna work, Nick.
What about Black Mafia Family? Did you guys see that?
Yes, I did. I can't wait to see the rest.
Ooh, gosh.
So I guess
I think I'm Big Meech.
So I guess I'm in the minority.
I was like, wow, what TV show is that?
So I guess I'm the one in the minority when I said I thought it was terrible.
Miles.
No, Miles, you're right. It was
Miles,
okay.
Miles, I didn't want to say anything.
It was okay.
I was so disappointed.
But hold on.
But it was just the first episode.
But hold on, that's
Miles,
right. If you remember when the corner started, the very first episode of the corner, you was like, "What is this?"
The corner was authentic, dog.
But
like,
it was
real hood. Like the corner.
But it was
that's Big Meech's son playing Big Meech.
The acting was on like this. Like when I come off of watching Power, when I come off of watching Raising Kanan, when I come off of watching Ozark, and I come off of watching these shows.
And all of them started slow.
Ozark started slow, Miles.
They got to set the foundation, Miles. They got to set the foundation.
Miles, you talking about people who've been acting for years versus these, like a lot of them people are newbies.
Meech did play for me.
Did he?
You talking about Miles? You talking about Ozark? Jason Bateman.
So was he that dude? Were you the dude? Were you the dude, Dana?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying?
Was he Steve Harris? Was he Steve Harris the top?
I mean, he went over to the coach to ask for some help. So
because my daughter said, "You watch BM?" I said, "Yeah, I watched it." But he's like, "Meech played for you." I was like, "No, because I got 1,000. Look, I don't." And he only played 1 year.
Man, when did he play for you? He played for you down in Miami, down in Florida.
That what she say, and yeah, that's him.
Oh, you talking about the actor played?
Yeah, she's talking about the actor.
I'm sorry. I mean, the actor. My bad.
We talking about Rick Ross. What do we? I don't.
So listen, have y'all
Rick Ross
been
ain't
watching?
even Big Meech. Rick Ross is a correctional officer.
He was a correctional officer.
No, I was trying to.
Who stole the real Rick Ross name?
Here you go.
That's right.
Here you go.
That's right.
Have y'all been watching Our Kind of People? Have y'all been watching Our Kind of People?
No, that's Miss Maggie's show.
Okay.
I watched that, but I missed impeachment watching Our Kind of People this week. I forgot that they came on the same night. Ooh, impeachment.
Yeah, impeachment is good. Now I can't lie about it. I'm glad you told me about it.
Impeachment is good. I just don't like the way that Linda Tripp did.
Linda Tripp was a trip.
She was a trip.
She's something else.
She was really trying to climb the political ladder.
Yes.
The executive political ladder.
On Netflix.
Her moral compass was conflicted this week. There was a conflict mentally with her and going down this path for getting Bill Clinton and telling the truth and jeopardizing her friendship with this young lady who really felt like she was almost like a motherly figure to her. I appreciated that they showed that there was some conflict because really she just seemed quite ruthless. And
she was.
As that man pointed out, the one who killed himself from the counsel's office, he said that the people in D.C., they just ruin people's lives for sport.
Is it?
That's a mouthful.
So interesting fun fact. I actually had a chance to meet Bill Clinton.
Dwight, he's gonna bring. Oh, it's this way. He's
right, that way.
The fun facts. He's gonna always bring that underlying history to it. Come on, come through.
No, I was just simply saying that I had a chance to meet Bill Clinton the day before he had to come out and tell everybody that he had the affair. We had won an award at FAMU. Went to go meet him. He was, poker face like a mug. Like you had no idea that was going to be breaking news 24 hours later.
Wow.
He was just like cool, calm, and collected. And then literally we're watching the news the next day back in Tallahassee, like, yo, like,
wow,
we were just there, and he didn't bead of sweat on his forehead, no nothing. So, like watching that show, Impeachment, lets you kind of know how calculated the Clintons were, and how they could really kind of like keep it together, even in the midst of all that was going on.
Calamity, all the calamity.
Yeah.
That was the entanglement for you right there, Miles.
Yeah, that was. I thought Dwight was gonna tell us that he had. Never mind. Let me not say that.
Miles, you and I might have been thinking the same thing.
Hey, me too. I was thinking the same thing too.
I was thinking that.
Hillary wanted to get back.
Let me not say that, man. Dwight, you know what? I'm not gonna do that to you, man. I'm not gonna do that to you. You trying to get this network contract? I ain't gonna do that to you.
Hey, Dwight was on the island somewhere now. You know,
right.
Shout out to Costa Rica, man. You know,
Dwight I thought Dwight was gonna be like, yeah. So I was with Monica.
Right.
Yeah. So Dwight was gonna give us some other breaking news.
Yes, Belinda.
Belinda, you a mess.
But I didn't.
Yes, Belinda.
Belinda is a mess.
That pink look good on her, don't it, Belinda?
Oh yes, I look good in any color, baby. Any.
All right, sis.
Dwight.
Shut up, Rose.
Dwight.
Wow.
Yo,
I just had to let.
I thought you was gonna tell us about the breaking news with Governor Newsom mandating the vaccines for K through 12 kids in California.
Governor Newsom been on one hard this week. He did that, and he also gave a beach bag to the Bruce family in California in the same week.
Wow.
That's on.
Uh-oh. Now,
he gave it back to the Bruce family?
Yeah. Gramblin's finest will be the one to get us put off the air.
Exactly.
Thank you, Helen. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen.
Leave it to Grambling.
He gonna get us in trouble. What is it?
So the Bruce family? You talking about the black family?
Yeah.
This is a that beachfront property in California or in LA?
Yeah. So he by executive order he's given the Bruce family back the Bruce's beach.
Yeah,
but he also
California's leading the way with giving property back to families in anyways, right? So
he won that recall election, and now he's just like, I'm about to go ham. I'm just doing.
Hey boy, because that'll never happen in Florida. All that beachfront property Flagler took from us.
Oh man,
it will never happen.
Never say never. The Gators might get it back for you.
Didn't Carolina do something with reparate? Didn't Carolina pass something?
Yeah, the city of was it Fayetteville or Wilmington? One of
right, Roy, California, no doubt about it.
California. It's no how to party either. She got the words, Miss. Never mind.
What you said? She got the words messed up, Dana?
No, look, never mind.
New York. That's not the words, Dana.
No.
Oh, my bad.
This was like surfing on social media about whether or not the governor Cuomo was ousted.
Yeah, no, he had to step down, and his lieutenant governor became governor, and now she's the one catching all this heat because she basically told the nurses and doctors who aren't vaccinated that y'all can walk if y'all don't get vaccinated by a particular deadline. So
I mean sort of like what the New Jersey Nets are insinuating to Kyrie Irving.
They basically
Right.
But look, I like the fact that they interviewed
them same dudes that claim they ain't ready to take that shot. Are the same dudes buying weed at the Poking Bean. Like, I don't get it. Like,
would you say at the Poking Bean?
Stupid, Miles.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Get it.
Right. Hey, and here's the thing.
And that's how we close out the show, folks.
The same people who don't. The same people.
Folks, we invite you to join us.
Don't say
next
that,
week.
Miles.
Yeah.
Have another good time. It's going on 7:00, and we're out.
Y'all should.
Peace.
Y'all should.